for Crystal Palace 1. Welcome back, everyone. Craig, how are we doing tonight?
Absolutely fantastic, mate.
I mean, I know I predicted 3-1, but I didn't expect that kind of performance, like from
No,
start
I
to
mean,
finish.
no. Well, neither did I. I thought we were gonna. I thought this was gonna be the hardest match of that running that we've got.
Yeah, I mean, we was it our best game that we played so far? Because each week we're saying it's our best game, it's our best game, it's our best game. Like Sin City, we've just been fantastic, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah. Like we turned a corner at City, and then since then we've just been amazing. Um, but I can't fault them. Something's happened where they've just turned a screw, and the performances have been bang on.
Playing two up front. I've been calling for this for years. Both have really,
I
because
think it's more that we're just playing to a strengths now.
yeah,
Like I think but Farker does this, doesn't he? He plays about, and we saw it in Championship that people don't like it. We're not scoring enough. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. For first part of the season, and then he seemed to like settle. Then this is my team. This is what is going to get me the best outcome, and then he sticks with it, and that's it.
yeah. I mean, straight from the off, I think we were completely on it. Like the passing, yes, we were passing a bit more around at the back, getting into stride. Obviously, yes, I know Palace played on Thursday, but it was a completely different team. So you got to take that out of context in theory. Yes, I don't think Palace were extremely good at all. They weren't threatening at all until they scored their goal and then hit the post. I think they hit the post as well in the first half, maybe. But they didn't threaten as much as I thought they would. So, but let's just get straight into it, mate. Ampadu with his long throws. I mean, these long throws are absolutely amazing, and I'm all here for it. The same with corners as well.
Yeah, he's getting good at them as well, isn't he? That's a good thing about it. He's getting even better because they seem to be going a bit more flat now than before. So yeah, you can't fault it. I
Yeah.
mean, what were that two goals that come from long throws today?
So definitely
Two
the
out of
first
four.
two. Nathan Ampedu's wasn't, and then nor was Stats. Yeah, so the first two goals in the first half was from long throw-ins. I dread to even think how many throw-ins he actually done. Um, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't even necessarily played the 3-5-2. Going to comment on YouTube here, it's good to see Farco has changed his tactics. I mean, instead of playing a back three, we were playing more of a back two, and Rodon was just
Rodon was everywhere,
everywhere.
wasn't he?
Like
Yeah,
right wing at one point. I want to see his heat map. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to. If they do it, is Rodon's heat map.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's like what you call it, isn't it? It was like him playing like it's like Furpo from last season.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry, Ampadu with a long throw in, DCL, a shot, save, back in. You couldn't miss. 5 in 5. And just before half time, another long throw, flick on from Bijal with a beautiful header. And then DCL makes it 6 in 5. And he's now scored against Palace 7 times, which is more than any other club. So I'm just, yeah, what player, mate.
It's proving to be a good signing, isn't it, for free?
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody slated that, didn't they? They're thinking, like, what we're doing it on cheap, and we're getting these crocked players. But I mean, it is a risk. Like even Farkas said, didn't he, that we knew that what these
yeah.
players were bringing. But if you can get them fit, and if you can get them, you've got top players on your hands, and yeah, he's turned out so far. He's turned out to be a game changer for us.
Yeah, another headed goal as well, which is what you love to see as well. And then Amped obviously here, there, and everywhere again, making tackles, throws, and then gets his goal from a corner which was headed back in. Whether or not Pajol got a head onto it, headed back in from Aronson. Maybe did get a flick on. I've not seen it back yet. And then Ampadu tucks it in, mate. I mean, good finish with it. Deserved as well.
Oh yeah, definitely deserved. It's nice to see Ampadu get a goal because he put so much into it in these performances. You know, when he's playing like that, he
Yeah,
puts everything into it, and I always want him to get a goal. You know, just to top his performance off. But yeah, brilliant performance from Ampadu tonight.
yeah, and then obviously they get a penalty. We'll talk about our decision that should have been a penalty in a minute, but they get a penalty as well, or they get a penalty. We don't. Parry takes him down. Clear penalty, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, I mean it's a Stonewall penalty. You can't deny it. But what else do you do? Do you let him? Do you let him have a shot? Do you let him try to score, or do you just come out and you know take the man with the ball and give away a penalty?
Yeah, I mean, I've got no complaints about that. Good penalty as well. Don't think it's one of those, isn't it? You either stay as you are, go left or right. Went the wrong way. It is what it is. And then another counter attack right at the end gets brought down on the edge of the area, just. And then things though for me, I was watching. I think we're scoring from this. You see Pirro and I can't remember who else it was standing behind Statch, and I'm just thinking here, you're either going to lay it off to one of them, and then going to put it in the bottom corner, or this is going in. And then where Henderson was, you just knew full well that it was going in. I don't know about you, mate.
Yeah, it were a weird one, weren't it? Because it left a big gap. And you remember when we were talking about I think that game when Perry just left, like
Against Villa.
yeah, it was similar to that way. He just left that big gap like for him to invite him to shoot there. And you know, I mean, and Stack's been brilliant on free kicks for us this season. So
Yeah, free kicks and corners. I thought he was good at corners today because it was his corner for the Ampadu goal originally. But he was just so good there as well. It wasn't just stat such all round play. I think went unnoticed because for me when I was watching it, I wasn't thinking, "Oh, Stat's having a good game here." And then rethink about it, I'm like, he's picking up all the loose balls. He's passing it actually really well today. I mean, we'll touch upon it a bit more when we do player ratings, but overall, mate, now 6 points clear of 18th. Bit of a tricky run next three games, but it's still winnable. I say we've got Sunderland away, Liverpool, and then Scum. I mean,
I think every game's a tricky game though, because
yeah,
anything like everybody's playing for. You're either playing for something in Premier League, you're playing for survival, or you're playing for a position that might get you into Europe, or you know, it's one of those. I think every game's a tricky game, and yeah, I mean, going back to like as far back as now, as far back as Man City, every game were a tricky game. We've come through five of them games, you know, with a decent return. Um, just imagine if we'd have not lost, you know, them couple of games that we thought we would have won, and not drop into that relegation zone.
yeah,
We could have been well clear now, but yeah, that's what I mean. You're looking 5 games ago. Everybody's thinking Farker's got to
for
go.
now, yeah,
Yeah, you know, Farker's only got 2 games or 3 games to save himself, and we were dropped into that relegation zone, and then 5 games later, you're 6 points clear of it, and it's like I say, every game's a tricky game. So
that's what we're here for. Though we want these. We want to
yeah,
be in the Premier League. We don't want to be. Obviously, we want to be winning games, but I think when you just said then before, had we won those games like Fulham, had we not conceded that goal, Bournemouth had we not conceded late and we'd won that game, other games as well, we wouldn't. I don't think we'd be in this situation where Fark changes his tactics. I think he would have kept the same tactics because it's doing what it's doing then, and I don't think we would perform anywhere near what we're performing now. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't know because it's hindsight, isn't it? Everything's with hindsight. It's like if buts and maybes, and you know,
Yeah,
like if this didn't happen or that didn't happen. But like I said, we beat Burnley, we beat Fulham, and then maybe we don't beat any of these teams. Maybe we go on this, you know, these 5 games and we lose them all. It's one of them. It's you know, in hindsight, you look back and you think this, that, and the other. But yeah, it's just like I said, every game's a tricky game, and we just got to navigate his way through it. And I think Farke's doing brilliant, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hold my hand up. Yes, I was on the fence, and yes, I did call him out, and I wanted him something to change. So I'm glad that something is the change of formation. It's worked. But before we go on to player ratings, I just want to shout out this Twitter guy, HLTCO, who took his 6-year-old son to the game. I hope he enjoyed his long drive back crying. That's just me. Anyway, we don't wish a 6-year-old son to cry over a football game, but he needs to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Anyway, mate, player ratings. Let's just get on Perry. I mean, almost had a clean sheet if it wasn't for the clumsiness, but then he had to make that change, otherwise he would have got past him and scored anyway, mate. So, what did you make of him today?
Yeah, kind of. Perry were good. He didn't really have much to do, did he? So
No.
it's again FA Cup winners, the FA Cup holders, and you're looking at the way that they started this season, and Perry didn't have much to do, which is it's always a good thing. Plus, a good one of the things I noticed from him today, and I was like saying to myself as I was watching the game, is like his passing is a lot better today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he were a lot more tidy and a lot more assured. It wasn't going long as much, and it looked a lot better. So I'd give him. I'd quite comfortably give him, say, a 7.5.
I was thinking the exact same. I'm going to go 7.5 as well. Routine save straight at him, claimed the ball when he had to, didn't have to do much, but his passing. So he had to be switched on because a lot of the balls were short. So he didn't overhit them like he was doing
Yeah.
previous games. Yeah, 7.5. Couldn't really do anything about the penalty. Is what it is. Right, let's go on to Rodon next, mate, who was an absolute beast and everywhere. And I think, yes, he did. He got the joint most shots on the game as well as crossing the ball, which ended up being a corner. He was playing right wing at one point.
A lot. It were a lot. It were high up that pitch on that right hand side.
Yeah. Let's hear it, mate, from you. What did you make of him overall?
He were colossus, weren't he? It were fantastic what we rode on. And I'm here for it. I'm here for this new dynamic, player that can play every position on that right hand side. I think I'd be happy giving him a 8.5.
I want to go 9.
It's fair,
He won the most amount of corners for us.
but there's
Tackles. He was
more,
good in the air.
there's more players to get through that I'm going to rate higher than that. So,
Mate, I'm still going to rate him a 9. I thought he was.
all right. I'll come up to a 9 with you because
he just won 4-1. Okay, I'm going to give higher ratings today. If you don't like it, I don't care. All right, just let me know in the comments. Just let me know in the comments, guys, if you do agree with us, if you don't agree with us. Just get the interactions up, and don't forget to share this with all your other Leeds fans and other fans. Right, Bijol next, mate. What did you make of him?
2 assists.
I'm saying 1.5.
Watch the replay. It's there. Watch the replay.
I'll watch the replay and come back to it.
The ball changes direction, so he touches it, he flicks it, and it changes direction, so it's his assist. Yeah, but again, he wins everything in the air, doesn't he? He kept Mateta quiet. He sweeps everything. He's really, really good. I think this is like playing in this position. It is really good. But what I will say is, if I'm giving, in fact, fuck it, I'm going to give him a 9 as well.
Just a 9?
Yeah.
So it was great in the air, kept Mateta quiet. If you're saying, yes, he definitely got 1 assist. If you're saying he got the other one, that's fair enough. So that's 2 assists, and you're going to give him the same as Rodon? No. You got to give him at least a 9.5.
No, it's different. He had a different game. Rodon were all over the place. We all stayed in his position.
Yeah, and okay, the most touches in the game is irrelevant because it was passed back between him and Parry a lot and him and Strauch a lot. But I'm going to give him a 9.5. I thought he was brilliant in the air. So when they
It
were
was,
playing
but
that ball,
did we all, so on the eye? Did we all stand out more than Road onto you?
defensively, yes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But he stood out in a different way. So it's
No, that's fair enough. But
I'm
yeah,
giving
no, I
both
mean,
9.
that's fine. I'm sneaking at 9.5. Right, Strauch next, mate. What overall, mate? I'd say the quieter of the three. Yes, he made a silly mistake in the first half when he miscontrolled it and they counter attack it. But again, he had a good game, didn't he?
Overall, yeah, he got better, and I'm glad he got them mistakes out early because he's got one in him every game, hasn't he? And we all
Yeah.
know this. So yeah, I'd have to. I don't want to, but I'd have to give him an 8.5 if I've given the other 2 9s because I don't think he was as good as them two, but he was still good.
When you say, yeah, when you look at it on the eye, see, that's the thing. When you look at it on the eye and then you use stats as well, it can be misleading. Like, because he won the most aerials out of everyone in the game. He got the joint most tackles out of the back line, but he wasn't as good or as effective as the other two.
No, and he, I mean, he got a shot on target. If he'd have got the other 2 headers on target that he had, I'd have probably given him more because I felt like he should have and could have scored today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
to knock him down too much. But it's Christmas. I'll give him all a 9.
Fine, that's fine. Obviously, yeah, Christmas in as a recording in 5 days. So Merry Christmas, everyone that is going to celebrate it. Let's go on to Bogle next, mate. What did you think of him today?
Again, he's a beast, isn't he?
Yeah, could have scored.
He's a beast. He's going to get a 9 as well. He was just everywhere doing what Vogel does. Chases everything down, runs his heart out. Yeah, he's brilliant. 9
Yeah,
as well.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. 9. Yeah, Goodmanson next, mate.
I'm gonna have to give him. I'm gonna have to give him a 9. 9, no, in fact, no. I'm gonna go 9.5 for Goodmanson because I think Goodmanson today was an animal. He didn't put a foot wrong. I don't think defensively or and attacking like he ran his socks off, chased everything down, beating his man. Tackling him, didn't give it. It was everywhere.
The tackle that he done on the 26th minute. Literally timed it to perfection, just caught it and then laid off a perfect ball to Okafor. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, defensively he was great. Going forward, good. Crossing's getting better. I think his decision making from what it was at the beginning of the season when he first joined us is getting a lot better. Could have scored from a corner where it dropped him the ball. I think it was and just missed it, or it was saved, I think, or blocked. Can't remember which it was, but it was unlucky not to score. 9. Right. Aronson next, mate.
Aronson, yeah, it was a tough one, weren't it? It was a tough one for me this because it started off, doing Aronson things, but then as the game went on, he turned into he was very very effective at what he was doing, and yeah, I've got to give him a 9 as well.
I'm shocked at that, so that's fair enough. I mean, yes, his a lot of his passing and play was playing it backwards. I get that, but he held the ball up well. He made a couple weak tackles though. Had he been a little bit stronger, he made an error in passing it, and they had a counter attack. Luckily, the referee got in the way, so it broke down the play. But like I said, he grew into the game. He's doing all these fancy little tricks. Should have won a penalty though.
He definitely should have won a penalty.
This is where we're going to talk about the penalty that we should have had. Stone cold penalty. He turned around, had the ball. He's the one that touches it with the outside of his boot to move the ball out of the way, and the player goes into him. It's an all day long penalty. He done really, really well to potentially win the penalty, which unfortunately wasn't. I'm only going to give him an 8.5.
Fair enough. But
And
it's Christmas, and I'm giving everybody else a 9, so he's having a 9. So he didn't do, for me, he didn't do any
I'm
worse.
being overcritical because of how much I do actually like Aronson. I am an Aronson
Yeah,
fan.
it's normally me that's overcritical on him, but
Yeah, you're normally you, but
we've just won 4-1 against Palace,
9.
and he did
You know
everything.
what? You know what? It's Aronson. He's getting a 9.5. I'm going up a whole mark here. Come at me. Right, let's go on to stats next, mate.
Another one that was fantastic today. Everywhere, picking up loose balls, getting his foot in, making interceptions, just stopping them counter attacks in that midfield. I think that's probably one of the reasons with him and Ampadu in there. That was probably one of the reasons why they took Will Hughes off at half time, because he wasn't getting a sniff, was it?
No.
But yeah, I think he deserves 9.5 as well. And that free kick. In fact, I'd give him a 10 just for the free kick alone.
You know what? Like I was saying at the start,
I don't like giving 10s unless it's a
No,
perfect
you don't.
performance.
But he went so unnoticed. He was picking up all these second balls that was knocked down, especially when they were booting it long, and whether or not it was Bijar or Strout header and out. He was the one that was picking it up and pushing us forward. His passing was so much better than it has been any other game that I've seen him so far. This was Statch's best performance.
They might have listened to what I said last time, where I said stop doing too much and stop going so
Yeah.
far forward with it, and just do it play early to the players that can do that, and that's what we're doing today.
And I think, like I've said with Statch so many times, yes, he does have these very inconsistent patches throughout games. Today he didn't. I didn't notice him do anything wrong, really at all. If he did, let me know in the comments if you feel he did. Yes, we've said like the Wolves game was his best game. Then he had another game which was his best game. This here was his best game. 10 for Statch. And his free kick as well, which is just beautiful done.
That deserves a 10 on its own, his free
Yeah.
kick.
But not my man of the match. Just put it out. Even he got a 10, he wasn't my man of the match.
Well. Yeah, just because I'm only giving him a 10 because it's normally I'd probably, if I were being super critical, it'd be a 9.5. But yeah.
Nah, it's Christmas, mate. Right. Ampadu next, mate. I mean, we've already spoken about him a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, he's getting a 10, 100% a 10, and he's my man of the match. He's just everywhere today, and probably his best game, one of his best games so far for me. And
definitely,
he's and to say that he can't do it in Premier League, well, he just bossed Adam Wharton and Will Hughes, and then Lerma when he came on. Yeah, and he gets his goal, which I love it when Ampadu scores.
Even without his goal, we talked about his long throws. You talk about his tackles as well. There was a time in the second half when they were counter attacking us. It was in our half. He literally stuck his outside of his left foot out and just hooked the ball away from the player. He timed that to perfection, and then it led to a counter attack. He was absolutely everywhere. And yes, I know that we had a lot more set plays out, ball out of the pitch and stuff like that. So he had the ball a lot, but he was still good at what he done.
Yeah, he's like I say, he does it all the time, doesn't he? I mean, he does get sometimes he goes through patches where it is not as at that level, but today this is what we get. I mean, we saw it a lot last season in playing at this level, like not Premier League level, but where he just dominates a game. He runs a game. But yeah, he's added so much to his game this season, like his long throws, which is we've benefited from that quite a lot. I mean, we've got 2 goals.
His shoulders might be pretty full.
We've got a lot out of it today, and he's just everywhere. Though he's like, gets his foot in, makes challenges. He's not shy to get a challenge in either, and that's what I like about Ampadu. One of my favorite things is he's like an old school. He likes an old school challenge, and he doesn't back away from them.
Definitely.
Yeah, and to just top it off with a goal as well, But yeah, for me, man of match by a long shot.
I'm giving him 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm raising the bar. I'm raising the bar today.
If we could do that, then Merry Christmas, Ampadu. You got 11 out of 10.
Exactly the perfect game. Right, Okafor next, mate. Which I have seen a couple people already online saying that he had a poor game. He
Really?
wasn't in it. He didn't touch the ball. Like going back to one I just said with the Goodmanson tackle laid off to Okafor, it was a poor pass to Aronson. So he ran it up from pretty much the third of the pitch from our half all the way to theirs. It was the wrong pass, I'll admit that, or it was just overly done, but we want to throw in from it, which didn't lead to the goal. So it was after that it led to a goal. I just had to check the time of it. But his dribbling, taking on players, I thought was pretty decent. Leading from the front. What did you make of him today?
He's unpredictable.
Which is good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's unpredictable, and I keep saying, I know probably people don't like my opinion on it, but it's he's unpredictable, and it's just from playing in that kind of position. I love players like that because if he's that unpredictable, when you've got Calvert-Lewin that holds the ball up really well and wins the headers, you don't know what Okafor is going to do. Like as a defender, that's hard to defend against. So
Yeah.
it creates a lot of opportunity and space. And if it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But there's always that opportunity, because he'll peel off, and he'll peel off onto that left hand side a lot today, and then come running in. So rather than playing just the second striker, he were moving in and out. And that's when you saw Bogle on the other side go really high up. So it kind of like went to a 4-3-3 at that point, like
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. But it were or maybe a 3-4-3. Sorry, not 4-3-3, because Rodon were on that right hand side where Bogle usually is, and Bogle were playing up
Yeah.
really high up. But yeah, Okafor, I think it doesn't notice what he does do because he doesn't constantly pull off what he's supposed to do or what people think he's supposed to do. But yeah, he's going to lose the ball a lot. He's going to make mistakes, but he keeps going. He doesn't stop. I mean, there were a point was it in the first half where Goodmanson won the ball, played it out to him, and then he flicked it on, and we were on a counter attack. Like, and he just, how many players would do that? What he did, so close to the line, and beat that player for pace, beat their defender for pace. Because Nonto,
Yeah, I remember which one you're on about now. Yeah.
Nonto wouldn't have been able to do that. He could have probably flicked it past him. Most players could, but not many people could just burn away with pace like that. And then and like you say, he's dribbling at times. Sometimes he gets it caught under his feet. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But I like it, and it it creates opportunities for others. So yeah, it's probably out of all the team on the eye, it probably wasn't the best. So
Yeah.
I'd still give him an 8.5 just because it's Christmas.
I think I would just give him an 8.5 anyway, regardless. I thought he was good. I really did. And on the contrary to what other people are saying, decent game. Right. Another one. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh my God, how I was wrong about him. And I do not care. I will admit that. And I'll say I'm wrong. Proved me wrong. Yes, I know I've already said it in other episodes at the start of the season. Then he went through that little patch again. But playing with another one up front with him worked so well. And you could see when he came off that we didn't have that. We didn't have that hold up play, someone that looks to link up play with other people. We had it with Perot or Nonto. They were looking to dribble the ball.
Yeah.
They'd lose it, whereas DCL looks for the other person and turns and runs. And even when he was on the pitch, he was running with the ball, creating space for other people as well.
I think this is what Farker. I think Farker does it on purpose. Like he'll show you what the other alternative is, and then you go, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Gangin in the comments said that DCL got 7 goals now for the season. You know, and we're not relying. Like everybody's chipping in, but yeah, he's. How many goals did I say he'd get at the beginning of the season?
You said 10.
Yeah, I said double figures, didn't I? I said he'll get
Yeah,
into double figures, and yeah, people are just like laugh at me for it and think, you know, I don't
7
know.
goals so far, I think it is.
But yeah, if he's on 7 so far, there's only 3 more goals for the rest of the season.
Could you do it by the end of the year, though?
Well, I don't know, but like I said that he'd get double figures, and I got laughed at. But yeah, it's another 10 performance, I think.
Yeah. As well,
He's
kept
got his goals well, didn't he? You might, you know, he's got to be in them positions, and he took them well.
I mean, yes, the first one shot the keeper, saved it. You got to have that reaction time to think,
Yeah,
this is being saved. I'm have to go in for the rebound, like Mitch done with his penalty against City.
you still got
So
to have the composure
yeah,
to put that back in.
and
But
then the
you know,
header for the second goal as well.
yeah, that's what we got him for, though.
I
And
know
he's
we've
the
both
best.
said it.
Yeah, he's the best. I think he's the best header we've had, like the aerial threat
Goal
we've had.
scorer
You know,
since Chris Wood.
yeah. Well, I'd said before that, like he's better than Chris Wood in there. A lot better than Chris
Yeah,
Wood. Probably since Lee Chapman.
yeah, and another stat as well. In 22 years, yes, I know a lot of those weren't in the Prem, but it's the first time a Premier League Leeds player scored 5 in 5 since Viduka. So,
Well, if you're talking stats, Dean Henderson had not conceded a goal at Elland Road, and that's in Championship and Premier League games.
he goes
And
because
then
he's
today he gets 4 knocked past him. So,
I
thank you
mean,
very much.
let's get on to the subs quickly before we wrap this up, mate. Tanaka and Nonto comes on for Aronson and Okafor. What would you rate them to?
This is probably where I have to go a bit lower because I think
That's
they
fine.
were just holding the game from then on.
Yeah.
I'll probably just give them. Is 8 too much? I think 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. That's what I was thinking for both.
Yeah.
I think Nonto had a better game in terms of like dribbling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I think that
Yeah. James Justin next, mate.
I'm knocking Nonto. Hold on, I'm knocking Nonto down just for that bad pass.
The thing is, though, yes, I know we all wanted DCL to get a hat trick, but it was the wrong ball. Play it to your left hand side. I think it was Stacks that was running.
No, the ball was right. It just didn't have enough pace on it. He just delayed the pass too long.
Yeah, but I personally think he should have gone to his left. The two defenders were next to DCL because they thought DCL's on his hat trick. That's who he's going to pass to. Should have laid it off to his left hand side, which I think was Statch, if I remember correctly.
That would have been I mean, I disagree because like playing for me as a striker, that's the ball. He just needed playing so that he could hit it first time. Like he needed the right path.
I know what you mean, but
you needed playing earlier and with the right and with a bit more pace on it, so that DCL could run onto it and just crack it first time. But yeah, anyway, 7.5. So James Justin, again puts himself about, doesn't he? He's not really been a bad player for us as a backup.
No.
When we needed it. So, but yeah, another 7.5. I think. I don't think he ran long enough to warrant any more than that.
No, that's fine. And then what about Gruev and Perro, mate? Were they on long enough for you to rate?
Well, I'll give Gruev an 8 just because he won a controversial. He won a free kick that could have been a penalty. But no, seriously, though, I think it deserves a 7.5.
I've said I'm not going to beat around the bush. My feelings of Gruev. I do think he's underrated. Yeah. He is that player where you that's all you've got at the moment, but he still does the job.
Yeah, he puts himself out. He does what he does.
Perot,
on the other hand, today I think he looks
frustrated.
I think that. But there's a couple of times where he got the ball today, and like he had basically a one-on-one situation with a defender and then he let the defender take it off his foot. I just don't think Perot's at this level.
It's hard when you've only got, so technically you came on the 87th minute, so you got 3 minutes to work with. plus injury time, which we know is always going to be about 6-7 minutes. We know that. So he's got 10 minutes to really show. We've already won the game. It was 3-0 up at the time. You realistically going to play it around. You're not really going to look to go forward as much because that's what Farker does a lot. But yes, he did have a few chances where he should have shot, but he held on to the ball too long, lost the ball. 7.
Yeah, I'm probably even won't give him because I start off at 6, don't I? So I probably won't even give him that. I'll probably give him
But it's
6.5.
Christmas.
But
But
it's
it's Christmas.
I'll give him a 7. Yeah, but yeah, I just don't think he's at this level on his own up front. Definitely
No.
not at this level. If he was playing alongside DCL that did all the donkey work for him, and maybe he'd look a little bit better. But you can see on his own, he's not this.
Yeah.
I
think he didn't
I think he might be gone.
be one of the ones. Yeah. Whether or not it's a loan or we sell him, personally, I'd probably do a loan. But if the rumours are true that we had a bid from Italy for him for 10 million, if we can get around that again, I know it would miss out on the PSR because of how much we paid for him. But it's still 10 million that we can put back into the club, back into another player.
It doesn't matter because if we got 10 million for him, we had him for 2 seasons, didn't we, in Championship?
Yeah, but it'll count next season. So if we sell him at the end of the season for that, then it's profit because it's a 3-year period. Whereas it would still be down. So we'll still get a little bit of profit, but not that much.
Yeah, but you can. But what that'll go into the pot is say if you get 10 million for him, that'll you'll break that down over years. So it'll work. They'll work it out. But it's I don't think 10 million is a bad price for him.
No. Right. We will leave it there, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. Give it a thumbs up, give us a like, share it to all your Leeds fans, as I've already said. Comment your thoughts, who your man of the match was. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. And we will be back after the Sunderland game where we are recharged and full and fat. Leeds is Leeds.